It is Friday, February 5th, 2021, and I'm going to do my recap for it today. Big mess. Another big mess of a day. Yeah, I don't know even again. Yeah, where to start. Just terrible, terrible. It's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, I lost 950 bucks, but that's not the worst part. I mean, the worst part is just how about I traded again? I carry on from 2 days ago, making the same mistakes. Yesterday I lost 1,800 bucks. That was pretty disappointing. And today I just yeah I did everything bad. Every single thing I did bad today. Mess. I mean, started the day. I mean, look at this. I was about to lose. I was almost about to lose like $2,600. Made it all back, got all the way up to 940, and then I was done for the day. I input my trades into TraderView, and then I just decided to come back, and in a span of 10 minutes over here, um, I lost $2,000. Yeah, in these four little trades. 2,000 shares, 2,000 shares, 2,000 shares, just getting chopped up, going against the trend. Something that I told myself, and I've been telling myself, this is my biggest mistake. This is this is what I when I have a big losing day. This is what always happens to me. It's always the same exact mistake, and yeah, I'm going through a rough time mentally, and it's just disappointing. I started the week very well. I mean, here this was a big mess too. I mean, honestly, the whole week has been a mess. I was up 1,000, got all the way down to 250. Then I had a good Tuesday, 1,520 bucks, done quickly. This again, another big mess of a day. Could have made 900 and lost it all. I mean, I lost it all. Got to down to 450. And yesterday I just fucking yeah, terrible. And today I just carried on, and I just have to reset. Honestly, I just have to reset. I mean, I have to do many things, honestly, but I just have to reset. I mean, I'm glad it's Friday. I have 2 days off to just sit down and look at it again and see what I'm doing right. It sucks. It sucks. Let's just start from November. It's like more or less the big inflection point. So yeah, I mean, since November, I've made, uh, 20, I mean, $27,654. So I'm still up. It's okay. It's. I guess it's okay, but it's not okay. It's not okay to lose 200, you know, 2,800, 2,700 bucks in 2 days. It's just not okay. And January was, as you can see, like all my losing days are just big losing days, and it's very frustrating. Honestly, it is just very frustrating, and I have to fix some things mentally. I mean, I'm in the, I know I'm very early in my career, and I'm in the process of really I'm in the process of systemizing my trading strategy. And look, it's not the first time I've lost money. It won't be the last time I have these big days and then I just come back. But it's draining and it shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. I set myself some objectives for the early, morning coming from yesterday, and I really wanted to follow them, and the objectives were not gonna lose more than $500 for the day, and I'm not gonna trade after 9:45 a.m. Those were my two objectives, but I didn't write them down. I mean, I'm reading a book, trading book that's gonna help me really to systemize and see the probabilities of my entries and exits. I really want to get it down to that because I hate having these swings, these big swings of losing days where I could just walk away with $300, $400 loss, and that's okay. That's part of trading. But then I just start over trading, going bigger size, and I cannot stick to my word, and it sucks. Honestly, it really sucks. It's not the end of the world, but it really sucks. I've been worse. I've come back, but honestly, that puts me back against the ropes. I'm down for February. Only $600 for the month. It's not bad, but shit, I need to pay bills. That's the reality. So, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks, especially being on Wednesday, 2,300 bucks for the week in a very good way, and just giving it back all the way yesterday, and then being up 950 bucks, being done for the day, going to have my breakfast, coming back, and then in 10 minutes just losing $2,000, getting me back to minus 950. It's just terrible. It's terrible. There's another way of putting it. But this just goes to show that I have things that I have to work on. I have things that I have to work on. I have to refocus. Um, I'm not blaming anybody but myself. I mean, this is my fault. It's my responsibility, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back from this. I'm gonna take it easy again, reduce my size next week, and go with what I'm good. I'm gonna set my objectives. Objectives are gonna be small objectives, doable objectives, things that I know that I have to do, and there are things for self preservation, things that rules that are gonna, and I've wrote them down. I've done this before, but yeah, I mean, I really feel like this is an inflection point, because I know I'm capable of making money. I make money on more than 70% of my days. 72, so it's going down a little bit recently since mid January. I make money on 72% of my of days, and it could be better. So, and it should be better. I just get carried away and keep on making the same mistakes. So, I just have to break out of it, and now I feel like I'm really gonna put the steps in place to really do it. I mean, I don't have any other choice, to be honest. But still, that is the only way I'm gonna be the trader that I want to be. If I implement those steps and those rules and everything that goes with that, right? So let's just take a look at the recap for today. I started very badly. I mean, Snapchat was down for the day. It was, yeah, up in between S4 and S4 and S5, closer to S4. This is the pivot point. So I went short way too early. I went short at 57.69. So right around. I mean, honestly, it was a terrible entry. 57.69. It was very spready, moving a lot. I mean, I should have put my entrance over here. I should have put my a limit order with an OC, with a stop limit order there. So as soon as I did that, as soon as the market opened, so I guess yeah, I was here in this candle 57.69. I was okay. So I saw this rejection and I saw that maybe we're gonna come down, but yeah, no. As soon as that happened, I it just gapped up and I was already in panic mode. I literally just was like, "Fuck, man." I mean, God, God damn it. What a fucking morning, right? That's it. I'm out. I'm out for the day. So like, look, there's a lot of resistance points here, support that it probably is gonna come back down, and I had the chance, get out here, put my stop, but I didn't. I didn't want to lose. I had the loss aversion psychological process, I would say, and I just didn't want to get out. And fucking a, look what happened. I got all the way up here, and yeah, it worked out for me today, but no excuses. It's terrible. I was down, as you can see here. I got down to minus 2,700, and as you can see here, my orders. I went through all the fucking move, and then I saw this. I wanted to short here, but that would have been my best. I mean, the best thing would have just been stop out once it broke the pivot point. But I should have just maybe just shorted here, and I would have at least broken even. But I shorted here. I saw a lot of I saw the weakness. I saw I was making lower highs over here, and then I covered, and I added another thousand. I covered, and I was up $680. Shit, from minus 2,600 up 680. Why didn't I walk away? What time it was? 10 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock. I should have been done. But once you break your rules for the day, you're gonna break the rules for the rest of the day. I mean, and I was impulsive. Like I said, I'm not in the right mindset not in the right space of mind. So yeah, then this mess happened. I started going 2,000 shares, 2,000 shares, 2,000 shares, and it was just a big fucking mess. And I ended up giving all the way back and losing 160. So that was terrible. What was I looking at? Let's just see. Yeah, I was looking for the bounce out of here, but I was looking that to see if it could retest here and come back down here. But just a totally flawed approach. Why? This white line over here is a daily open. That's where it opened, and look at this candle. I mean, as soon as it tried to really break down, there was a lot of support, and it broke. It came up strong, and it was totally flat. And going in with 2,000 shares, it's just suicide for me. I know for other people that's small size, but for me that is just suicide. And it's in continuation from the mistakes that I was making yesterday. So very disappointing. And that's how it always happened. That's how all my losses happen. Chop around this time of the day, and that's it. I'm done with that. I really vow and promise to be done with that. There's just no point. I am fucking done with this approach, honestly. Then I saw it, and I'm like, okay. So that's what I identified. I'm like, well, if it's not coming down, it's gonna come up, right? I saw the strength here, the support. So I went in with 2,000 shares at 57.17. Got out at 57.41. So I went in around, yeah, around like here, and took it very quickly, and because I just wanted to get back in the green again. And then I took this trade again, and I really profited. Went with smaller size, and I profited nicely. I left most of it on the table. So that was very frustrating. But at this point, I was up $940 for the day. That was about this time, and I had my breakfast and everything, and then I just came back and I got desperate. I don't know what the fuck I was looking at, honestly. 1041. Let's see, 1041. Yeah, so around here I got above R4, and I was seeing like maybe it could just retest this and come back down for a quick profit. That makes no sense. I'm going against the trend. I'm going. The stock is obviously strong. It rallied, came up super strong. It found support and it rallied all the way back up. And it's the same mistake. I just try to go against the trend and against the market, and I lost $2,000 in 15 minutes and four stupid trades that just make no sense. Trades that are 30 seconds a piece, 40-second a piece of a trade, 1 minute. Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever, to be honest, and it's extremely disappointing. Um, what is my mindset? I mean, I don't know. My mindset is just desperation at this point. I mean, I was just desperate, and that happens when I get out of focus. I lose sight. I lose control, and yeah, I have to put the stops. I have to put the. I know how to do it. I mean, I know. I've done it. I've done it multiple times. Um, which that's why it's not. I'm not a lost case. Again, I go. I look back at the equity curve. Last 60 days. Since November, I make $2,700, $2,754. So $27,000. Sorry. So I'm encouraged by that, but I'm having these. Look at this again. Like here, I had another drawdown. That was just unwarranted. I mean, not unwarranted, but just unnecessary, just unnecessary. But I keep making the same mistakes, and I really not that I don't know. I know. I just have to get my mind to accept small losses and just walk away. There's this book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. Another, I think it's from that book that you just have to learn. Oh no, it was from Dark Pools, but you just have to walk away. You just have to walk away. It's something that you have to learn how to do. So what I should have done today is I traded Snap and I got a terrible entry, but my system tells me that I should get out at the next pivot point. So I would have lost $600 here. I would have lost $600, and I would have been done. It would have still been a bad loss, but I mean not terrible, and I wouldn't have put myself through this. torture that I went through. So this panic mode, this torture, it's unnecessary and unwarranted. I mean, I just shouldn't do this. I have to sit down, systemize everything more. I have to follow. I have to make a business plan, and it's something that I've done before. But I have to just stay focused and make small goals. I feel like I'm focused on making the big profits or making $10,000 a month, or and I really just have to focus on two things. It's really I have to trade from 9:30 to 9:45 with full size because that's where I'm most accurate. That's where I make all of my profits. I have to put always a stop loss above or below, depending if I'm going long or short, the next pivot point because that's how I trade. I like hedging against the pivot points. So it's something that I have to do mechanically time and time and time and time again. I do want to get into more computerized, and I have no experience with computers and not with computers like coding and stuff like that. I really don't have any experience, but I want to get into it. I want to see what I can do, and I know it's going to be a great addition, a tool for my trading, but I have to do it manually. I just have to put my stop losses. I have the matrix of TradeStation. I just have to put it. I would like to do chart trading. That's true. That will make it easier for me, but I just have to do it time and time again. Um, and that would be like my number one objective is doing that. Um, Placing that stop loss and just it's three small objectives, right? And I vow to really follow them and I'm not gonna say obey. I mean, I would definitely obey, but just yeah, just abide by them. And it's gonna be put the stop loss on the next pivot point. Obviously, try to get entries as close as possible, especially I'm going to do a reversal trade, which a counter trend trade, which I don't have the best accuracy. So that's another thing I have to evaluate, right? So it has to be that. It has to be walk away if I lose $500. Put my stop $500. That's it. I cannot lose. I cannot afford to lose more. I just cannot. I just cannot. And it sucks because I do want to trade bigger, but until I cannot fix these little things, I cannot. I cannot do it. And I was trading up until I started with the 2,000 share size. That was again my mistake. I'm not ready psychologically to do it. And this was a big of a mess too in January. But again, this is like with big size. This is with big size. Once I start with small size, I start getting these better results. And I was coming off of 6 straight days with 1,000 shares. I did 1,500, 1,000, 1,000, and these 3 days. And as you can see, I'm always making the same mistake. It's just frustrating. I start really good and I give back money. Um, I mean, this was terrible. I mean, but whatever. We're gonna have losing days, but it's the same. I start really good, give back the profit. Start really good, give back the profit. This is okay, but again, I start really good, give back the profit, make it all back. I could have just walked away here. Let's see. Yeah, I start terrible. Well, whatever. That's another losing day. That's normal. But okay, here I did rally back. It was still before 9:45. That's fine. That's okay. That's what it is. But again, here the same thing. I make the money, give it all back, and lose up until 1,500, and then with the same mistake here. Look, counter trend trading came up. You can see this. I'm going counter trend, and look how I look. All the money that I lose here. It's always the same pattern of behavior. So I just really have to figure it out. Honestly, I really have to obey follow those parameters. I have to follow those parameters. Again, the same. I was up $2,200 and gave all the way back to minus 330 with what, Marco? With the same mistakes. I mean, this was before, but again, I didn't put the stop loss and it got crushed, and then another little bit. it's always the same. It's always the same. I mean, I'm gonna shut this down, and I mean, the good thing is that I know where I make my mistakes, so I just have to avoid them. But I get in this cycle of just self sabotage, and it's just disheartening. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna rebuild. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna focus on my strengths. Um, Stop the weaknesses and small goals, small objectives. Focus on focus on the process and not the results. Focus on what I have to do to get towards what is it that's gonna make me trade well, and just really avoid avoid the harmful behavior that I'm just presenting. So yeah, there's my recap for today. There's not much more I can say, honestly. It's pretty solemn, pretty negative. Been two pretty bad days. Well, I'll rebuild. I'll rebuild, and I'll be better. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah. Have a good day and good weekend.